Hello from the Basel Progressive Retreat 2024 together with, how can I announce her? I can announce her as an influencer, as a journalist, as a publisher, as a coach. It's Irina Lee, my friend from Norway. So great to see you back here in Basel.
That's what I would say. I would say your friend from Norway.
Yes.
So thank you. It's great being back, and I just love the vibe.
Yeah.
It's addictive.
How do you feel like being at such an event? So we can say it's like a starter event to get to know Dr. Joe's work, and it's a 2.5 days retreat. So it's something different than the retreat that we were already, like the advanced retreat, like several days long, 7 days or even more. Like, how do you live through such an event? Is it all new for you now, Irina?
You know, that's why I keep coming back, because I've been to several of his events, and also where we met last year when we met at the 7-day advanced retreat. But it's just something about going back to the basics, and I just love that. Getting an opportunity to repeat and rehearse, and where else to get a better opportunity to do this than in this amazing place.
Yeah.
We are over 8,000 people from about 80 countries from around the world. There is people from Lebanon here, Australia, Oman, Israel, like the US, Canada, everywhere, India. And it's just an amazing opportunity to broaden my focus and also go in depth on the knowledge.
Exactly. And think about that, 8,000 people here in the Jakobshalle in Basel. It's now, I think, the third consecutive time. We can already say that the next time it will be February 2025, 28th of February. And if you think of, like, every person here stands for 1 million person, like 1 million, because if you take 1 million times 8,000, this is like the world. And the idea is like to be also kind of a multiplier for the society everybody is in, and to bring like a positive impulse, right? And
maybe you get here a little bit stressed out, maybe you have been delayed, maybe you lost your luggage in flying over here, who knows, right? But just spending time in this room, something happens to you.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity to leave my life, my regular life behind, and just go into this bubble and meet so many amazing people and be at the feet of the teacher himself and just listen and learn and listen and learn and practice.
So how can we describe it to somebody who is interested in such an event? So it is a mixture of lectures of Dr. Joe, and it's like he has really made it into digestible pieces, like starting from the basics and then adding more and more each time.
And what I also like, which is a phenomenal trick for anyone who's a teacher, you need to do what Dr. Joe does. He gives us the knowledge, and then he asks us to repeat it back to your fellow traveler. Or if you come here by yourself, you can just, he says, turn to the person next to you and explain what you just heard. And just that small interaction, that doesn't make you're never bored, because there is so much interaction. And also hearing you explain to me what he just said, it just gives me an opportunity to deepen my knowledge even more, and also of course repeating back to you what I heard.
We are now at the third day of the retreat, so it's going towards an end, and we see that it's also intensifying in terms of the number of meditations. The first day, or the starting day, we have hardly done any meditations, but yesterday we started it, and today we already did 2. And the idea of it is to show, on the one hand, that it's possible to do a meditation even among 8,000 people around you, so that you're not dependent on like being total reclusive or so, being on your own. And then of course also getting this energy like of people who are meditating with you. And I can personally say, I think it's incredible, this feeling of like closing the eyes, being with wherever I want to be, where like being in my vision, and then opening up the eyes and then seeing that like in a spaceship basically. So the light is always a little bit violet at the end of the meditation. See, there's so many souls with you doing the exact same things, are with them, pursuing their dream. And how do you feel?
No, I actually think also that maybe it's possible to become addictive of doing it together with so many people because the energy is so high. So that's also a reason why I keep coming back.
Yeah.
I cannot recreate this feeling back home in my living room.
No.
So it's just so intoxicating, or I don't know, like invigorating to be doing this and to meet so many like-minded people. And also what he teaches us, maybe you have read the book, maybe you've seen the documentary about Dr. Joe, maybe you just seen him on TikTok, what do I know? Coming to a live event like this, it's a perfect next step. So if you know about his teachings, maybe you started believing that how you decide to think can influence your life. Maybe you started believing that, but when you come to an event like this, you start behaving and you start practicing as if that's really possible. And you start to rehearse and you start to think, become conscious of what life do I want to create. And then, if you just keep coming back, you actually start behaving. You actually change your personality and you become this new person that you dream of becoming. You step into that new self and you see that all around you in an event like this.
And that was what Joe Dispenza started, create your new personal reality. And the idea there is that, of course, we all think that we can think of something and create it new, but really, do you really create something that you haven't done before, something unknown to you, something bigger, some version of yourself that is deep within you, but you don't really know how to do it? And so that is the thing. If you're into personal development and if you have started, for example, I have started with Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, the interesting or the exciting thing about Dr. Joe here is that it is an absolute intermingling of that from the scientific point of view. We are going here, we're speaking neuroscience, we're speaking like science in general, cognitive science and so forth. And that is, I think, you can say either you start with Dr. Joe or you continue with Dr. Joe because it makes so much sense.
And also, you were mentioning how it is to be here. So one thing is the lectures and everything you learn that he teaches from stage. And what I also love is that he has narrowed it down to bite-sized pieces. So whether you don't know much before you come here, you are guaranteed to learn a lot while being here. Because he's made it so accessible for all, I would say. And I would also mention two more things. The dance breaks. Before every event, like after a longer pause, now we just have had our lunch break. Now there's soon going to be a dance party in front of the stage, and within minutes the whole entire stadium is dancing. You don't want to miss that. You need to come here for the dance breaks.
Absolutely.
And also, of course, the food.
Oh yeah.
That's worth mentioning.
Yeah, the Swiss have made everything perfect.
It's
so
brilliant.
From the logistics to the food, I think I have come here by car because I needed to, but I have never been in a traffic jam, and this is for 8,000 people. The public transport is like going into it seamlessly. I also, on this regard, big thank you to the organizers, Unity, who's doing that here in Switzerland. Can't wait to see it in Norway.
Right.
Is that a vision?
That is
Irina?
Clearly a vision
Great.
to team up with Unity, the organizer for this event, and bring that all to Northern Europe as well. So at some point, Daniel, I can't look forward enough to welcoming you to Norway, and let's do a progressive retreat.
Looking so much forward as the new book is out, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, that you published. What has changed for you since the end of the year?
So the book was published on December 12th, 2023. And just knowing that this book is now in the hands of thousands and thousands of Norwegians, that makes my heart sing. And it would never have happened without coming to an event like this and having that clear vision of what I want to achieve as a publisher. So now I just like, hey, what more can we create? Let's do some magic.
You are growing, clearly. You are an example, you are a product of this here as well, and you're growing with the movement. It's always a pleasure to meet you, to also see your energy. I look forward to see what more is to come. Irina, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here, taking the time, wishing you a great event, and looking forward to seeing you at one of these events soon. Go to the website of Dr. Joe Dispenza to get some more information. We just did that because we love to do that. We are not getting paid for that, but it's just great to take you into this emotion and to the feeling, so you get into the experience as well. Have a great day here from Basel. Bye.